Hi, third graders. Today, we're going to learn the lowercase letter H. If you can make an L and a B in cursive, you can also make an H. Notice I'm ready with my whiteboard. If you don't have a whiteboard at home, a plain white piece of paper and something to write with will work just fine. I also have a piece of blank cursive paper and my pen ready to go so that I can practice. Let's practice the shape of an H. It starts just like an L and a B. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. This letter has an overcurve stroke in it. Watch again. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. That is your lowercase h in cursive. Practice in the air 3 times with your finger. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. Undercurve, loop back, up and over curve, undercurve. Do the same thing 3 times with the tip of your finger on the surface that you're writing on. Undercurve, loop back, up and over, undercurve. Undercurve, loop back, up and over curve, undercurve. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. All of those things, including saying the words of the strokes as you go, will help your brain remember shape. Let me show you some connections, 2-letter joinings. It's really important that you practice those joinings a lot. It will help you with spacing, uniform, and uniform slant. Here are some. I think you'll already be able to read them. You've gotten so good at reading cursive. Check out my joinings. H-I, H-E, H-U, T-H, that's an important one for the amount of times you'll write the word the, and H-T. Those are all really good joinings for you to practice. I'm going to show you a really tricky one now. W-H. Who, what, when, where, and why all start with the W-H. So these 2 joinings will be really important to practice. Here's my W. Up once, up twice, up 3 times. Here's my hook. Undercurve, loop back, retrace your steps, up and over curve, undercurve. There's WH. That one will take practice, boys and girls. Up once, up twice, up 3 times, hook for the H, WH. There's your lowercase h and some really good joinings to practice. My suggestion is to practice shape on a blank piece of paper or a whiteboard like mine until you're really confident enough to go to lined paper. When you move to lined paper, it's time to start focusing on the 4 keys to legibility. Size, shape of your letters, spacing between letters and words, and of course, your slant. Here's H. Undercurve, loop back, up and over curve, undercurve. 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 Take a look at the H's you made and circle your best one. I think this one has the best size, shape, and slant. So I'm going to circle this one. Some joinings for you to practice on line paper. TH is a good one to practice since you're going to write the word TH a lot. WH, up once, up twice, up 3 times, hook, and there's the H. HE, HU, HT. Check out those joinings, boys and girls. There are some long letters, some long words that you can practice now too. I'm going to write a few. Let's see if you can read them as I write them. That's a good long word here. If you read hub, while, the, and with, you did a great job reading cursive today. Before we go, I want to show you a few really common H mistakes, and I'm going to talk about why it happens. Here's the correct way to write an H. Undercurve, loop back, up and over curve, undercurve. Here's what happens frequently with H. Now, let's take a look. The size is good. It's between the bottom line and the top line. The shape is okay too. The problem here is with the slant. This is the problem right here. This area right here. This will happen to you if you don't pull back with your pen after you make the first undercurve. Watch what I mean. Undercurve, pull all the way back, then up and over curve, undercurve. If you don't pull your pen back this way towards your body, you're going to end up with an H that looks like this. Watch. This is the wrong way. This is how that problem happens. This right here. When you do your undercurve and your loop back, you've got to pull your pen this way, not push it out forward. This is the most common H mistake I see third graders make. So watch out for that. Undercurve, pull all the way back, up and over curve, undercurve. If you need to tell yourself and slant your paper, undercurve, pull back, up and over curve, undercurve, then do that to help. That's a very common H mistake. The other common H mistake I see, watch out for, is this one. Watch out for a too tiny loop, and also watch out for a too gigantic loop. Too big, too little. Just right. Undercurve, loop back, pull back, up and over curve, undercurve. That's all for today. Remember, practice, 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 and pay attention now to the size, shape, spacing, and slant. See you tomorrow.